Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Shuklam Bharadaram Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannabadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vighnopashantaye Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Gurave Sarva Lokanam Vishaje Bhavaroginam Hitaye Sarva Vidyanam Shri Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpada Shankaram Lokashankaram Apara Karuna Sindhum Jnanadam Shantarupinam Shri Chandrasekhara Gurum Pranamami Mudanvaham Parityajya Maunam Vatadasthitincha Vrajan Bharatasya Pradeshat Pradesham Madhusyandi Vacha Janan Dharmamargena Shri Jayendro Gururbati Chitte Namama Shankaran Vakya Vijayendra Saraswati Shri Gurum Vishtamargaruneetaram Sanmati Pradam Sadguru Charanarvindabhyan Namaha Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. SrimadBhagavatha Stuthi, we are looking at Bhishma Stuthi. Vyavahita Prithanamukham Nirikshya Swajanavadhad Vimukhasya Dosha Buddhya Kumati Maharadatma Vidyaya Yascharanatihi Chayascharana Paramasya Tasya Mestu Swanigamam Apahaya Mat Pratignya Mritam Adhikartum Avalupto Rathasthaha Dhritarata Charano Bhyaya Chaladguhu Paririva Hantumi Bhangatotariyaha. In the shlokas 36 and 37, Bhishma is basically describing Krishna's actions during the Mahabharata war. During the Mahabharata war, Arjuna was so concerned that he is going to kill his own kith and kin, which Arjuna does not want to do. Arjuna asked Krishna to park the Ratha in front of Pandavas and Kaurava army. Senayor Ubhayor Madhye Ratham Sthapaya Mechuta. He looked at both sides were his kith and kin. He said, okay, if the war goes on, both of these people are going to die, and they are not other people, they are my people. So my family is going to be tormented. Hey Krishna, I am not going to fight. Overall, this looks like a very legit argument. But the purpose of Krishna's birth is to establish dharma. Dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. And if the war does not happen, then dharma samsthapanam could not have happened. So Krishna talked Arjuna into going into the war. That is what here Bhishma says, Vyavahita Pruthanamukham Nirikshya Swajanavadhat Vimukhasya Dosha Buddhya Kumati. Arjuna got into an illusion. Arjuna got into a moha, a delusion. And Krishna talked out of the delusion. Atma Vidyaya. He spoke about Atma Jnanam to Arjuna in the battlefield. And let that Krishna Bhimai Sharanagati says Bhishma. And then in the other day during the Mahabharata war, there was a lot of damage for Kaurava's army and people started making fun of Bhishma. people started to float theories that Bhishma wanted Kauravas to fail, which Bhishma did not want. So Bhishma did a pratigna to um, Bhishma did a pratigna. Hey, I am going to make Krishna to take on a weapon. Because Krishna's pratigna was not to take a weapon. I'm not going to take any weapon. I'm not going to fight. I will be just your driver. That was the pratigna that Krishna made, and there were lots of damage for Kaurava's army because of Arjuna, and the Arjuna gets his strength because Krishna was there. If Krishna takes a weapon in his hand, it means that Krishna would have been disqualified. Then Krishna will not come to the war, so Arjuna will be alone, so Arjuna cannot make more damages. This was their line of thought. So Bhishma Acharya said, I am going to make this Krishna take a weapon and kill somebody. That somebody could be me. I don't care. So Bhishma started attacking Arjuna and Krishna left, right, and center. And Krishna got very angry. Krishna said, okay, I am going to kill that wicked Bhishma. So Krishna took the chakram and then he started running towards the Bhishma. And when we are doing something in hurry, all of our clothes, even if it slips, we don't bother. So Krishna's Uttariyam has fallen into the war field. Krishna did not even notice Krishna is running towards Bhishma. And here Bhishma says, hey Krishna, in order to make my pratigna come true, you have even slipped out your pratigna. Swanigamamapahaya mat pratignyamritam adhikartum avalupto rathastaha dhritarata charanabhyayachaladguhu haririva hantumibham gatottariya. Hey, or uttariya fell, you did not even notice that. Let that Krishna be in my mind. Shita vishika hato vishirna damshaha shataja paripluta atatayino me prasabham abhisasara madvadartham sabhavatu me Bhagavan gatir mukundaha. Hey Krishna, normally if we want to remember somebody, when they helped us. கொடுத்தல் இறப்பினை என்றும் அதனை மறத்தல் அதனினும் நன்றுங்கிறார் திருவள்ளுவர். If somebody did something bad to us, அதை பொறுத்துக்கிறது, it is okay. But what is even better? To forget that. When we want to remember Bhagavan, நம்ம பகவான் ஆஹா நான் அவ்வளவு கஷ்டப்பட்டேனே எனக்கு அந்த நேரத்துல வந்து ஹெல்ப் பண்ணாரு அப்படின்னு தான் பகவான் நம்ம ஞாபகம் வச்சுப்போம். நான் அவ்வளவு கஷ்டப்பட்டேனே எனக்கு அந்த நேரத்துல வந்து ஹெல்ப் பண்ணலேன்னு திட்டுறதுக்கு வேணா சொல்லுவோம். We will not praise Bhagavan. Hey Bhagavan, when I was in that position, you did not come and help me. To you, I offer my namaskara. We will not tell that. When I was in that position, you come and help. You came and helped me, so I offer my namaskaras. What we tell. But here, Bhishma Acharya says, Shata Vishika Hato Vishirna Damshaha. Hey Arjuna, hey Krishna, I have let loose my banas, my arrows into you. And all these arrows have pierced your armor, your kavacha. They have pierced your body. And because of that, blood is oozing out of your body. And you got so angry. You got the chakram in your hand. You came in front of me to kill me. You came in front of me to kill me. Sabhavatu me Bhagavan gatir mukundaha. So let that Mukunda be my Sharanagati. Prasabham abhisasara madvadartham. In order to kill me, hey Krishna, என் கண்முன்னாடி வந்து நின்னியே, உடம்பெல்லாம் ரத்தம் ஒழுகி உன்னோட கவச்சம் எல்லாம் உடஞ்சு போய் அங்க நீட்டிண்டு வேற நிக்கிறது உன்னுடைய அம்புகள். அதெல்லாம் பண்றச்சு என் கண் முன்னாடி வந்து நின்னே கிருஷ்ணா, நீதான் எனக்கு சரணாகதி. விஜய ரத குடும்ப ஆத்ததோத்ரே திருத ஹயரஷ்மினி தச்ரியே க்ஷணியே भगवति रतिरस्तु मे मुमूर्षोः यमिह निरीक्ष्य हताः गता स्वरूपम्. No, we all would have seen this painting. The Upadesham of Bhagavad Gita, Parthasarathi Perumal. Krishna will be having, on one hand, he will be having the whip for driving the horses. In the other hand, he will be having the ropes that are fastened to that horses. And he will be standing. Arjuna will be sitting in the back of Krishna. So here, that is the Dhyana shloka that Bhishma Acharya is. Vijaya Ratha Kutumba Atatotre. Vijaya is Arjuna. Ratha is Arjuna's Ratha. Bhagavan is standing in Arjuna's Ratha. Bhagavan is thinking about how to protect Arjuna's Ratha. आत्ततोत्रे तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणे ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुघे नमः. Jnana shloka of Bhagavad Gita. Krishna is having the whip on his one hand. Attatotre dhrita haya rashmini. On the other hand, he is having the reins, that is, the ropes that have fastened the horses in that ratham. Tachriye kshaniye. And Shriya Ikshanam, Bhagavan's Ikshanam. Bhagavan's Ikshana means parvai, his vision. It brings all the Shriyam to everybody. Bhagavati ratirastu me mumurshoho yapiha nirikshya hataha gata sarupam. Abdi, all the people who has looked at Bhagavan when they die, when they were dead during this war. Bhagavan killed lots of people in the Mahabharata war, and they all dead looking at the Bhagavan. Bhagavan was their last vision. And Bhagavan's vision, even if they did not see Bhagavan, Bhagavan saw them. Ikshaniye, Shriyekshaniye. And because of Bhagavan's kataksham, they all went to Swargaloka. They all went to Moksha. They all had Sarupya Mukti, Gata Sarupam. They all had Sarupya Mukti. They all had the same Rupa of Bhagavan. Let that Swarupam Bhagavati Ratirastu me mumurshoho. Let that Swarupam be ever present in my mind, says Bhishma. Next shloka. Lalita Gati Vilasa Valguhasa प्रणय निरीक्षण कल्पतोरुमानाः कृतमनुकृतवत्य उन्मदान्धाः प्रकृतिमघन् किल यस्य गोपवध्वः. Bhagavan is worshipping the Gopika Stris. Narada Bhakti Sutra. Narada is trying to define Bhakti. Narada was helpless. And then he said, whatever the Gopika Stris did, that is the Bhakti. எனக்கு பக்திக்கு டெஃபினேஷன் எல்லாம் சொல்லி எக்ஸாம்பிள் சொல்லுன்னா அவர் ஏதோ அதை சொல்லி சொல்லி பார்த்தார், முடியல. கோபிகாஸ்திரி என்னென்னலாம் பண்ணாலும் அதான்ப்பா பக்தின்னு. பிகாஸ் கோபிகாஸ்திரி they offered their everything to Bhagavan. They offered their everything. They did not have anything for themselves. That is why Satvasmin Para Prema Swarupa Amrita Swarupa cha defines Narada in his Bhakti Sutra. What is Bhakti na? Para Prema Swarupa, the highest form of love. The highest form of love comes only with your own self. On the other day, we saw in, I think, Bhagavad Gita, We saw the teachings of that Upanishad. Why do you love your wife? Why do you love your husband? Why do you love your kids? Why do you love your pet? It is because you love yourself more. They do good to you, that is why you love them. If they turn their back at you, you will start abusing them. That's what Upanishad says. So the highest form of love a person can ever have is with their own self. And for Gopika Stri, Bhagavan is their own self. Their ahankara has dissolved into Bhagavan. So that's what here Bhishma Acharya says, Lalita Gati Vilasa Valguhasa Pranaya Nirikshana Kalpato. They have beautiful gait. He describes the beauty of the Gopika Stri, but what did they do? Krita Manu Krita Vatya Unmada. Whatever Bhagavan did, this Gopika Stri started doing. This is like a person likes Dhoni. Okay, now Dhoni would have become irrelevant, I think. The person likes Kohli, Virat Kohli. Whenever he plays gully cricket, he will be batting like Virat Kohli. He will be trying to emulate Virat Kohli. So a person like Rajinikanth, whenever he watch, he will be emulating Rajinikanth. Right? A person likes a politician, he will dress like that politician. It's what the Gopika Stri also did. Gopika Stri were fanatics for Bhagavan. Krita Manu Krita Vatya Unmadan. Whatever Krishna did, all the Gopika Stri started copying. Krishna had got Mayil peacock feather in his forehead. Gopika Stri also started having peacock feather in his forehead. Gopika Stri started walking like Krishna. Gopika Stri started playing flute like Krishna. They started feeling like Krishna. They have dissolved their ego in Krishna. So they don't have themselves, they only have Krishna. Prakriti Magaman Yaskila Yasya Gopavadvaha. So that Krishna I offer my namaskara. Let that Krishna be present in my mind always. Munigana Nripavarya Sankulentaha Sadasi Yudhishthira Rajasuya Yesha Arhanamupapeda Ikshaniyo Mamadrishi Gochara Yesha Aviratma. This Yudhishthira, he did a big Rajasuya Yajnam. And after the Rajasuya Yajnam is over, it is customary to do Agra Puja. First puja to a very elated person. And when Yudhishthira finished his Rajasuya Yajnam, he is present in that courtroom where lots of Muni Sreshthas were there. Veda Vyasa, Rishi is there in the Rajasuya Yajna. All the Munis were there in the Rajasuya Yajna. All the kings were there. Kings who would have been diplomatically helpful. In those days, இப்ப நம்ம அந்த சாஃப்ட் டிப்ளமசின்லாம் பேசுறோம். எந்த காலத்தையும் இருந்தது. பொண்ணை கல்யாணம் பண்ணி கொடுக்கறது அந்த ராஜாக்கு. ஏன்னா அந்த ராஜாவோட பையன் அவ்வளவு நன்னா இருக்க மாட்டான். பட் எனக்கு ஏதாவதுன்னா சம்பந்தம்ங்கிறதுனால அவ ஹெல்ப் பண்ணுவாங்கிறதுக்காக. And people were asking Yudhishthira to do the Agra Puja. And Yudhishthira now has to decide who is worthy of Agra Puja. Because he cannot do Agra Puja to any Tom, Dick and Harry. And everybody decided that Krishna is worthy of doing Agra Puja. Munigana Nripavarya Sankulentaha Sadasi, in that Sadas, where Yudhishthira Rajasuyasya Sadasi, Rajasuya Yesha. So in the Sadas, followed the Yudhishthira's Rajasuya, which has got all the Munigana, Nripavarya, which has got all the kings. And people decided that Krishna is worthy of Agra Puja. Arhanam upapeta ikshaniyo. And Yudhishthira did Agra Puja to that Krishna. Let that scene be ever present in my eyes. Let that scene be ever present in my eyes, and that Krishna is now in front of me. Tamimaham tamimam aham ajam sharira bhajam hridi hridi dhishtitam atma kalpitanam प्रतिदृशमिव नैकधार्कमेकं समधिगतोऽस्मि विधूत भेदमोहः. So that Krishna, tamimam aham ajam, that Krishna who does not have any birth, ajam, sharira bhajam, hridi dishtitam atma kalpitanam, the highest form of Vedanta. Now Bhishmacharya talks that person who does not have any birth, but that person who is present in everybody's heart. Kshetrajna chapi mam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, hey, I am that kshetrajna who is present in the minds of everybody. Ishvara sarva bhutanam hriteshe arjuna tishtati brahmayan sakala lokaha. Yantrarudhani mayaya. Hey Arjuna, I am the Ishvara who is present in everybody's heart. Ishvara sarva bhutanam hriteshe arjuna tishtati. And what do? Brahmayan sakala. I delude everybody. How? Yantrarudhani maya. Just like how the key, there is a doll with key. If you give key, the doll will go come. In the same way, I am the processor in all these robots. In all the robots, there will be a processor who will dictate what the robot should do, what the robot should not do. Bhagavan is the processor who is going to dictate all of us what to do and what not to do. Bhagavan Krishna himself says in Bhagavad Gita, and that here Bhishmacharya says, Sharira Bhajam Hridi Dishtitam Atma Kalpitanam, the person, Bhagavan who is present in everybody's heart. How? Pradrishamiva Nikadharkamekam Samadhigatosmi Vidhuta Bheda Mohaha. Just like there is only one sun, but 100 people can see the sun. And when 100 people see the sun, there will be 100 suns in their eyes. Sun will get reflected in your eye. I have one sun. If I have 10 mirrors, there will be 10 suns in these 10 mirrors. Just like, just because you see 10 mirrors in these, 10 suns in these 10 mirrors, does not mean that there are 10 suns. There will be only one sun. But all these mirrors are just reflecting media. In the same way, Bhagavan, Atma is only one. A part of Atma gets reflected in our mind. And that is what electrifies, that is what activates our mind. It is called as Chidabhasa in Vedantam. Pradrishamiva Naikadha Arkam Ekam. Arka means sun. There is only one sun, but it can be seen in all of these people's eyes. In the same way, there is only one Atma who can be seen in all of these people's heart. And Vidhuta Bheda Mohaha. So I have gotten rid of all my delusion. I have got Atma Jnana. Now I am going to merge into that Krishna, said Bhishmacharya. So Shri Suta Uvacha, Krishna evam bhagavati manovag drishti vriddhibhihi atmanyatmanam aveshya sontashvasam uparamat. So the last shloka is the Vakya of Suta. So Suta says, hey, having meditated upon Krishna, thus Bhishmacharya leaves the world in order to merge with Krishna. That is what Bhishmacharya attained mukti. So beautiful shloka. Lots of lessons to be learned from the Stuthi. It is a very small Stuthi. 10, 11, 12 shlokas. Only 12 shlokas are there, but very highly loaded shlokas. We have just scratched the surface of the shloka. Everybody to chant, to meditate upon the shloka always, so that we also get the same gati, same sadgati as Bhishma did. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate Om Shanti Shanti.